Namaste. A little post-walk stretch for you guys. Just coming to sit nice and comfortably, crossing the legs, take the flesh away from the sit bones. As always, closing the eyes before we do anything, nice and relaxed through the shoulders. Big breath in, big sigh out. Just come into the body for a moment. Notice any tension around the hips, around the lower back, around the knees, the ankles. And settle into a nice long, slow, steady breath. Feeding the body as you slow down, relaxing and releasing the shoulders as you release the breath. Feeling nice and comfortable and grounded here. As always, we make our promise here to practice with openness and honesty for the body, being kind to yourself, being honest, feeding the body again with that nice energy, that long, slow, deep breath. And then bringing the hands into prayer, blinking eyelids open, raising gaze. Namaste. So, just taking your right foot out, extending it out to the side, flexing into that foot, maybe give the toes a little wiggle, maybe give the ankle a little roll, and just stretching out through the underside of that leg. Take the hand down to either the foot or the outer edge of the leg and really push the toes back towards the face. Draw the elbow down if you have the hand onto the foot. Nice big breath in and out here. So it's more about the leg stretch than our back stretch. Don't worry too much about the upper body, but as always, shoulders down, nice and long through the torso. Big breath in. Big sigh out. And then from here, I'm going to bend that kneecap and start to gently wriggle out through those toes again. Nice big push in through those toes. Bring your opposite hand behind your back, diagonally out from the hip, the left hip, and then bring the kneecap down onto the floor as you push up and open through the hip. So nice big arch of the spine, reaching behind you. Stretch out through that leg, move it a little bit if you need to stretch out. Again, this releases the lower back too. So nice big push forward through the hips, feeling that stretch across the psoas at the front of the body. Big breath in. And as you exhale, round that body out and come all the way down. So a gentle twist to release. Just bring left hand around right knee, rolling shoulders up, back and down, lifting through the chest. Big breath in. Big sigh out. And then turning to face the front and gently unwind. So bringing that foot in and the opposite leg out. So nice big stretch out through that left leg. Again, maybe wriggle the toes, maybe roll out through the ankle. And then hand comes down to either the underside of the foot or down to the leg, but really pulling the toes back towards the body. And as you bring the upper body down towards that foot, feeling that length through the back of the leg, the back of the kneecap, pushing that space of the back of the kneecap down towards the mat. Again, as always, if you can, shoulders back and towards the body, nice and tall through the chest. Big breath in. Big sigh out. And then coming back, bringing that foot up. Again, just gently wriggle out through those toes so you can feel the ground underneath your foot. Taking the opposite hand behind, pressing it down onto the floor, diagonally out from the hip. And then from here, nice big sweeping action as you push forward through the hips, up and open through the chest. Again, nice and long through that front leg so you can feel the stretch in the groin, but also the lift in the low back. Big breath in. Big sigh out. One more big breath in to lift. And then roll down through the body as you round it out. Again, just a gentle counter stretch. Right hand around the knee, rolling shoulders up, back and down as you twist. Long breaths into lower body. And then gently release, coming back to the front. So just stretching your legs out in front of you now. Again, rolling through the ankles maybe a couple of times one way, a couple of times the other way. And then start to bend the knees enough to get the hands to the underside of the feet. Again, we want to lift through the chest and start to really push down through the underside of the kneecaps. So don't worry if the legs aren't onto the floor, but you can feel the stretch through the top part of the calf muscle and the bottom part of the hamstring. Again, nice big in-breath, drawing down through the shoulders, lifting through the chest. Again, it's specifically that part of the top of the back of the calf muscle and the bottom of the back of the hamstring. And then from here, as you exhale, just let the head fall, let the toes soften. Rolling your way up. Reset with the shoulder roll up, back and down. Placing right ankle on top of left knee. Again, flexing that left set of toes up towards the face and pushing away through that right heel. Hands onto the knee and onto the ankle. Make sure the fingertips are up rather than down. We don't want to clasp up. We want to push away through the heels of the hands. As you inhale, lift up through crown of the head. As you exhale, heart center comes forward. Again, you'll feel the stretch through the back of that supporting leg. But as you breathe into it, maybe we can do a little bit of a push onto that right knee with the heel of the hand to get the stretch into the hip as well as the back edge of the leg. Don't worry about where you're feeling it. You'll still be feeling it somewhere. So nice long breaths in and out. Again, shoulders push down, chest is lifting forward. One more big breath in. And then exhale to release, come down. Inhale to roll yourself up, push onto the heels of the hands. And then bring those hands underneath that front calf muscle. Drawing the big toe towards the shoulder, so drawing in towards that upper part of the body, still lifting through the chest, still drawing down through the shoulders. Hug the foot nice and close towards the body. And then with that straight body, see if you can bring the heel and the knee side to side rather than that semicircle motion around the body. Keep the body nice and still. It's just movement through the arms and that one leg. So nice, long, steady moves. And then come back into the middle. Give yourself a nice big hug. And then take that hand onto the outer edge of the foot. Again, that opposite hand comes behind you slightly as you kick away. Don't worry about straightening out through the back of the knee for the moment. Lifting the chest, drawing down through the shoulders as you breathe. Again, if it's a little bit juddery, that's okay. But as you breathe, maybe the leg straightens a little. One more big breath in. And then as you exhale, bend the knee in towards that shoulder, the right shoulder, and then take the opposite hand to clasp. Again, as you inhale, lifting the chest and the back body. Don't worry too much about how straight the leg is. Shoulders are down. Nice big breaths into the back of that kneecap. And the knee is still quite close to the body, so don't worry about the straightness of the leg. And then gently release, coming all the way down. Again, give your legs a little wiggle before we come onto left side, ankle on top of knee. Flexing both feet, heels of the hands on knee and ankle. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, heart center comes forward, nice and open through the throat. Again, those shoulders down, lifting forward through the heart center. And maybe after a couple of breaths, a little bit of pressure onto that left heel of the hand. Again, try not to let the upper body fall. It's moving forward rather than down. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, rolling down. Inhale to roll it all the way back up. Take the hands underneath the calf muscle and draw that foot in towards the body, rolling the big toe in towards the shoulder, shoulders down. As you inhale, up through the heart center, down through the back body, and pull the foot nice and close towards the body. Again, don't worry about how close it can be. But as you move that kneecap and the heel from side to side, see if you can keep everything else nice and still, nice and steady. And just isolate that glute, the outer edge of the hip too. And then come back into the center again, that nice big hug, lifting chest. And then grabbing hold with the left hand of the outer edge of the foot. Right hand comes behind to support. Come onto that right hip and then lift up and open through that left side. Again, don't worry about how much the leg is straightening. Lifting the chest, heart center is opening is the most important thing. Nice big breath in. Big sigh out. And then rolling back onto that left hip and moving the kneecap in towards the armpit and towards the shoulder, clasping with the opposite hand. And again, as you lift on the inhale breath, lift the back, lift the crown of the head, draw the shoulders down, and the kneecap is still quite close to the body. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. Again, rather than we're all straight and the kneecaps away from you, see if you can find the lift in the back body before we start to lift the legs. So it's more like it's lifting to 90 degrees rather than diagonally away from you. So nice big breath in, big sigh out, and then release that foot down. So giving yourself a gentle wiggle. I'm going to do one final exercise to release, coming into butterfly. If you've got nice open hips, you can bring your thumbs onto the inside of the pads of the feet and open them up like a book. If not, you can bring the heels a little bit further away from you in a diamond shape if your knees are quite high. Whichever one you're in, give yourself that nice big lift again through the heart. And as you exhale, lean it forward and open. Crown of the head in line with the spine. Nice long breaths here. Again, moving into that nice inner thigh stretch. One more big breath in. As you exhale, allow the head to fall, rolling your way up, rounding out through the back. Again, stretching out through those legs. Give yourself one more jiggle of the knees, one more roll of the ankles. A nice big breath in. Big sigh out, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Namaste.